and what's being, what is being reframing my thinking and my emotions and how I'm feeling about something and writing my notes and so forth. That way I am now involved in this and now transformation takes place. So you may want to watch this 3 times. You got until, the we have 30 days to have this replay up, to be able to watch this. So I want you to breathe for the moment. So now we're in the part of the WYIC where your change is about to take place. It already started. Now we're digging deeper. We're going another level into where your change is going to take place and how this is going to start rebuilding who you are, the wonder phase, reconnecting to possibility. So if you're wondering what is WYIC Inner Circle all about? WYIC stands for What's Your I Can. And we broke that on down to a framework that we use within the What's Your I Can mantra, which is WYIC, wonder, yield, inventory, and capability. And that is the framework that we use for the inner circle to reclaim our life of abundance. So set aside the panic, the pressure, the how. And I know many of you asking, and that's where my dear friend, one of the inner circle ladies, she is in the how of rebuilding. How is she's going to rebuild her life after being laid off? We start with wonders. You're in the right place. You're in the right frame of thinking. You're asking all the right questions. Curiosity without judgment. We start with wonder, the curiosity without judgment. And so here's what I want you to ask yourself. Are you ready? What strengths do I have that I've overlooked? What strengths do you have that you've overlooked? What skills did jobs rely on that I could monetize on my own? What skills did jobs rely on that I could monetize on my own? What conversations, circles, or connections might open doors? What have I done in the past that people always compliment, request, or rely on? What is trying to be born in this season? So you may want to catch the replay so you can get these questions, so you can work through these questions. Wonder is powerful because it interrupts fear-based thinking. This phase, this pillar is powerful because it interrupts fear-based thinking. When I was furloughed, wonder is what whispered. When I was furloughed, I began to ask myself, what if you're not being pushed out? What if you're being pushed forward? So we may be, sometimes we can allow being laid off to determine our value, to determine our, capabilities or abilities. But what if you're not being pushed out? What if you're being pushed forward? That single question changed everything. And I wanted to change everything for your life as well. Where did I give a job more power than it deserves? So we're in our yield phase. Releasing old patterns. We're going to release old patterns and pain. What old pattern and pain are you needing to release? And we're going to work through these questions, asking these questions so that you can release old patterns and pain. Yield is where you acknowledge the past, but don't let it hold you hostage. We all have a past. We can either allow the past to push us forward into our purpose, or we can allow it to hold us hostage. Become bitter, become depressed, become a victim, become a statistic, a stereotype, become just another single mom. We can allow our past to hold us hostage or push us into our purpose. Where did I give a job more power than it deserved? What habits or beliefs kept me playing small? Where did fear silence my voice or my creativity? Who did I listen to that limited me? Who are you listening to? Who did you listen to? Who's in your ear right now that is limiting you, telling you, girl, if I was you, nah, I would take him to court. I would do this. I wouldn't play those games, or I would in a hurtful and harmful way to prove a point. I won't talk to them no more. I'll just cut them loose. There is a healthy way, and this is what this social life plan is all about, helping you to healthily decide who to let go and who to allow to stay in your at the heart of your the table of your heart, be in relationship with, right? Because you can't partner with everyone, you can't be friends with everyone, you can't be buddies. You cannot, because even there is a proverb that says birds of a feather flock together. You will become known by those who you are around most. How people like teenagers, you could tell what this group of teenagers all hang together. The valley teenagers, or the dark teenagers, or the Christian teenagers, or the preppy teenagers. You can tell because they all start to look alike, they all start to talk alike, they all start to dress alike. They have this this sound about themselves. So you cannot be friends with everyone, be in partner in relationship with everyone, and that is okay. But we want to know how to separate ourselves in a healthy way, separate ourselves in a whole way, separate ourselves in a way that is graceful, and allowing that person to keep their value, to let them know that they are still valuable, let them know that they are still needed, they are still useful. But in this right now, they may not send them to another person or people. We learn that, we talk about all these things. Okay, so let's keep it moving. I said 30 minutes. I got 2 minutes left. What habits or beliefs kept me playing small? Who did I listen to that limited me? Yield is surrender, not defeat. When you go through and you are working through these things, you are surrendering. You are not being defeated. It's the moment you take the sting out of the story so you can take the wisdom from it. It's not a time for you to sit and you reflect and you get sad, and it may make you sad because, like, man, I should have known better. But now you have the opportunity to get the wisdom, and you become thankful, and you have a heart of gratitude. You have a heart of joy. You become excited about now going into your yield phase of your life in the past and reflecting, because now you're going back and you know that you're coming out with wisdom. You're coming out with gems and nuggets, and stronger and better and wiser. When I yielded after being furloughed, I admitted I ignored my gifts because a paycheck felt safer. I trusted a system more than I trusted what God put in me. Yield freed me to build differently. It allowed me to reflect. It allowed me to understand my self-worth. So we're going to keep it rolling. So now we're in the inventory phase. This is the phase because I want you to understand the WYIC, and I want you to take this with you in each part of your day on today. And you can apply the WYIC, wonder, yield, inventory, and now where we are, the inventory, and then next the capability. This is inventory is your financial, relational, and skills audit. This is where you're auditing this particular area of your life. Since we're dealing with finances, we're going to take an audit. This is Brian Tracy territory. Clean, strategic, honest. Inventory is where clarity enters the room. You're going to ask yourself, financial inventory. So you're making categories. And what are my immediate income needs? What recurring expenses can I adjust or eliminate? What would a stable month look like? Then you want to move into your skill inventory. What can I do that solves a problem for someone else? What can I teach? What service can I offer? What knowledge could become digital products? Your relationship inventory. We talked about this in our Monday evening session. The ABC network review. A, who strengthens me, sharpens me, and can support my next step. B, who do I need to get closer to, collaborate with? learn from. C, who drains me, distracts me, keeps me stuck. Your next revenue stream is almost always connected to someone you know or someone they know. I mean, you need to write down at least 5 people. We're going to get some homework going on now. Later, a little later, we're going to keep it moving. Not through handouts, through alignment. Okay, your next revenue stream is almost always connected to someone you know or someone they know, not through handouts, through alignment. Okay, now we're moving into our capability, activating your next income stream. This is where we shift from reflection to motion. We're going to shift from reflection to motion. Is this good to you all? Let me know. Let me know how we're doing. It's 12:31. You want me to keep going? I'm going to try to go as fast as I can so we can wrap this on up. And you can catch the replay, okay? Make sure you go back and listen to the replay. What can I create in the next 30 days? So this is where we shift from reflection to motion, your capability. You're going to be activating your next income stream, okay? You're going to be activating your next income stream. This is where we shift from reflection to motion. So a lot of times the reason why we are struggling in our income is because we have lack of clarity of where we're going and who's in our corner. So we're working through all of this. Now that you see your strengths, your gaps, your power, your connections, ask yourself, what can I create in the next 30 days that generates income? Who in my network might need what I offer? So we're looking locally. We're looking in our immediate circle of who in my network might need what I offer. What room, group, mentor, or connection do I need to step into? What courage move is required? So capability is the moment you stop seeing yourself as someone trying to recover and you start seeing yourself as someone rising. You're shifting your way of thinking and being and knowing because it shifts your momentum. It shifts how you show up. If you're in recovery mode, then you are, I just need a quick dollar. I just need a quick buck. And you show up in a anxious, in a, I just need the money and not building relationships and not really understanding your people, who you're assigned to, who you're reaching with your product, and things aren't as excellent as they need to be because you're not taking time to sit with and shift who you are and understanding the people you are reaching, and you put out things that aren't reaching the people that you want to reach, and you start seeing yourself as someone rising when you begin to shift how you see yourself. Okay, when I tapped into my capability, I realized I can coach, I can build, I am a great communicator, I am a great, transformational speaker. I can create digital products. As Pen, you see the ebook that you can go ahead and grab now. I can speak. I can generate money from my mind, not just my labor. Capability is where your income begins to match your calling. Your income begins to match your calling. So I want you to go ahead and take this moment and grab that ebook. Okay? It's available for you. It's the Go for Yes. This is methods to use to help you get the yes from the people you are wanting to get the yes from. Help you to get the yes from those you know who need what you have to offer. And we break down why people say no. We break down the things that you may be doing that is hindering, that you are your own gatekeeper. You are blocking your own access. You are blocking your own, yeses from coming to you. And we're shifting the blame from, oh, they don't want to support or nobody want to buy, to what am I doing? Am I my own gatekeeper? Am I showing up the way I need to show up? Am I afraid of sales? Sometimes you're not getting what you're wanting to get because I don't want to sound too salesy. I don't want people to, think I just want buy and all the things, right? So you may be your own gatekeeper because of how you feel about showing up as a salesperson, because that's what you are right now. If you're wanting someone to purchase something from you, you're in sales. So you need to learn how to sell. You want to know how to sell. All right. So, because if you're going to rebuild your income, you're going to need the confidence to ask, the clarity to communicate, the courage to pursue opportunities, and the skill to invite the right yes. This month is all about connections. I want you to hear me loud. This month is all about connections, and go for yes. Strengthens the way you show up inside those connections. So make sure you grab that ebook now. Okay, so I want you to repeat after me, because your words shape your tomorrow. Your words are seeds, and what you speak is going to grow. What you speak is going to manifest. What you speak is going to give life or death. I reclaim my financial power. I want you to say that. I reclaim my financial power. I reclaim my confidence. I reclaim my creativity. And what you're also doing, you are building your faith. You're building your belief system. Okay, because faith comes by hearing, repetition, what's coming into your ears. This is why we talked about who has your ear earlier. Because if you're hearing negative, that's what you're going to believe. That's where your faith is lying in. You have faith, but where is your faith lying in? I rebuild my revenue with wisdom, courage, and divine alignment. I am a woman who turns pressure into purpose and purpose into profit. Your story is not over. Your income is not stuck. Your future is not fragile. This is your rebuilding season and your rising season. You all have a blessed day.